of the forum, and that is we are going to hear directly from our local authority, our education authority, who are going to be telling us some of the challenges within the sector, the challenges they face, the prospects. And then from there, we, the citizens, like we say, you got to be constructive when you engage in your leaders. It's not to say, oh, well, you will not speak your mind, but you just got to be constructive in speaking your mind. So at this point, we'd like to begin calling on our leaders in the sector to come and explain to us some of the challenges they face, so that all of us can discuss it here and see how we can move from here with a solution. Thank you very much. I don't know who will be the first to come. Yes, okay. Who the first?
County Education Officer.
County Education Officer.
So we start here, the County Education Officer.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to begin with the County Education Officer. See that? Okay. Okay.
The
All right, let's start from Keep.
Yeah, the NGO people.
Keep.
All right, we're going
Keep.
to say in Jesus' name. With this little bit short time to see, first of all, to know who is Keep and what is Keep doing in Gbarpolu County. I'm Mr. Zachariah Mople, as I told you, serve as a project assistant for Keep. We are two in the county with one office assistant, which is Joseph. And my colleague could be there, but he went somewhere quickly. So as we said, first of all, you need to know the word we call Keep. There are 4-letter words. And though Keep, we said, is Kids Educational Engagement Project. That kids are doing is small children. We say small children getting into education, that project. That's simple, we say Keep. And Keep in Gbarpolu, we will just limit ourselves to Gbarpolu for now, but we, in the 3 counties in the Republic of Liberia, but we want to limit today on Gbarpolu. We have so many projects that we undertake here, especially in support of the educational circle. Sorry, my brothers and sisters, I didn't need to be the English, I'm sorry. To the school system. So the first thing we want to talk on is Keep is involved in building some service centers. Although we are not covered the entire Gbarpolu County yet, but we had in future to improve to cover Gbarpolu County. And we in 2 communities now, which is Sapema, we compete at Sapema, and what do we do in this service center? We have laboratory there, that students go there and read. We have a reading room. And why we decide or Keep decide to do the reading room? Another day now, our children, for them to read is not easy. And they will just take the note and they go to lay down. So we open our corridor, that student will go there as time and read. And we will be with you. Sometimes there to monitor you, get some staff and go with them and let them know how to read. With this staff there, we also come up with a computer literacy program. And we got people, you go to in Monrovia, you want to do the job, anything you want to take, the first thing to tell you, say, do you have computer knowledge? And sometimes let people to fill in some, interview. Because the job how to do a computer. Because we are now technology advanced. We didn't stop there, we do a lot of tie-dyeing vocational training in the various service centers. And as we said, we are more that the advocacies are coming. And we too will send aside with the Ministry of Education, also the school system, to make sure that some of the things is ready workers so that our children can leave from Gbarpolu County and go to Monrovia and look straight to some of those things. So we need to let them know and let them get used to that when they go to the next place, they be competitive with their colleagues. These are some of the reasons why we decided to bring the project in support of the educational system. And then we didn't stop to that. Also, we said we were going to be helping the school system also to do some extension if we see the need somewhere and do some renovation. The typical example that there's a town called Farmer Town. We noted that the students, the building was a little bit smaller. And we had a little fun. We said, no, what we need to do, I think this place needs a little bit, 1 or 2 rooms. And that will help working along with them. And we got 2 or 3 rooms there to extend them at last. And what we do, even like a school in Bomboma, I didn't want to talk about, maybe he looking at it, but it's a one man, so it's a principal, it's a registrar, so I don't know. So we had to say, this thing had to be here. Maybe it's not easy for educational circle to put it one there. And we decided to build a school there, and which we pretty soon will be turning over to the Ministry of Education department here. And it's good to get all of those things that our brothers and sisters continue to say accountability. And the money is coming, but who the advocates are doing the money is coming? Where are they, or the people who do with the money? We train a group in that same community. We call them WAP, and are women. We didn't want no men among them. And that WAP are Women Action Group. We call them the Women Action Group. And they are trained in so many areas. 1 in the monitoring department, 2 in accountability. If only if money is allocated for that school, what are the principal and the rest of the school doing with that money? Are they really managing that money? 2, they are also trained corruption system. We noted that, and if I supposed to score an A grade, and I know they score C, I had to pass something under the cover. And for the principal or the teacher to make sure and giving that A. At the A enter here, or the C enter here, but you gave me A on the paper. And we also do that for them. And now we left the WAP again. We brought in a student called how do you call it? So we decided to do a club for them, called them the Integrity Club. That integrity simply position, you need to be very careful what they gave you or what you handle. It can be student, it can be teacher, and the money that people are forgetting for. And when it comes down, then before CEO can handle that to DO, she caught. Before DO can handle that to teacher, he caught. And before teacher can handle that to the PTA, they caught. So we gather students in the school, we train them. And when we were training them, we didn't allow teachers to be there. Then the second training, we allowed few teachers to be there. And those students were trained to just be looking at teachers' movement, also looking at police movement. And being their integrity, they will come, and any problem, they will politely call you based on their code to get them, Prof, they think something, I don't like you. What happened? He or she will explain to you, don't be vexed. And one thing that they know in our system is that when the teacher, even if the teacher will cause to lay one of the integrity group on the flagpole, the rest of the other group keep silent. And then later, you address it to one person can go again and go address it. Oh, Prof, we just whipped 6 matter yesterday, but Prof, that thing you whipped that girl for was not correct. 2, 3 of them, I will get a note that I do what I did. I may not be staying right and say, I'm wrong, but I'll be judging myself. While I go and later I can say to the student, you know what, you're doing wrong. Let that thing pass. And then they will leave it. These are the group then find in that system that we want them to help in the process of the educational cycle. Because it's not an easy task for every day we cry and people are not going to the classroom and the rest of the teachers are crying. And as I tell you, we go to some of those schools. I know they will say a lot about it. We noted that we had 9 classrooms and 1 teacher is there. I'm living with them, so a lot of schools that visit Gbarpolu. From the terrain to ride motorcycle and get there, it's not easy. And maybe some will complain with our report that we have teachers that are supposed to be here that 5, 6, 7. They earn money, they're eating the money, but they are not coming to schools. And if they can available, they will not get a name. And we didn't want to call name that will cause them problem. But we want to talk to them, try to visit as we visit, and make sure that to get your teachers back there. So these are some of the things we greatly involved in to help the educational cycle to be able to get something improved in the system. And then also they didn't stop that far. We say we make sure that we collect everybody to be involved. We decided to have a group called Mother Club and the Girls Forum. That club, not every parent are working. And not every girl's parent are on the money board. Let's put it that way. So when the club is grouped together and they are trained, we give them money. That money will be given to you to do any business that you can do. And if I'm part of that club, or maybe my wife is part of that club, and my hand is down, and I noted that my hand now is full, I can talk to my wife can talk to the group, and then the group gave me small money, they put my child to school, I hustle and pay. So we also had to do all of that in support of the educational cycle. There are a lot that we can do and keep us involved to also support the educational system as the advocacy go forth so that things can improve. They will see 13, I think every year of 2018, 2019, 20, we can go to 20%. I will be appreciative for that. What keep expecting at last? Well, we told you we were going to join the advocacy group. We're going to be on the field with them and make sure that the education system, we want to see into the 30% in the next 2-3 years from now. Let God bless you.
All right. Okay, let's again clap for him. We want to do time allotment. I don't know whether it will be okay with you. Will it be okay with you? We do time allotment or we just open it? So maybe, because it's all about how you're doing it, where you're doing it, what are some of those things that you did, where, who, which one of them you can give as recommendation. It's all about it. It's not whole day presentation, okay? So maybe we can give 10 minutes will be all right? 5 minutes? Okay, 5 minutes, right? Then we take another 3 minutes for questions. Or after everything, then we'll do the question, right? Okay, so we call more than me.
All right, good afternoon. Yeah, even though I feel cheated, but I accept the results. I think this rule should have been set from the beginning. All right, I'm going to be very brief. As I said from the beginning, my name is Othello P.K. Johnson. I am here to represent Modemi. So I'm going to briefly tell you what Modemi does and how we do those things that we do. So Modemi, firstly, is part of the Partnership Schools for Liberia then, but now called the Liberia Education Advancement Programs, the LEAP. So we are operating in 3 counties in Liberia currently, to be named Monserrado, Bomi County, and Gbarpolu counties. We are occupying 18 schools that have been given us by the Liberian government through the Ministry of Education, and we have been in these schools for a couple of times now. So most of our key activities in those schools gearing towards qualifying the education in Liberia is segmented into 3 components. We look at the quality education, we look at the parents' engagement, and we also look at the well-being of the children, the safety of the children. That means we are engaged in health, we are engaged in parents' engagement and quality education. So in providing quality education, we give support to teachers. That is, we go down as deep as in a classroom, observe teachers' presentations, do quick impact training,